So it might not actually be raining today, but it does a lot of the time here in the UK. So we've come to Myra to see what a difference looking after your tyres can make and if you're wasting your money on the wrong ones. So what tyres should you buy? Should you be driven by price, performance, tyre label, dealer recommendation? It's a difficult decision to make because often tyre purchases aren't planned in.
We're going to test out some different tyres in situations you can expect to see this winter. Firstly, will spending more on premium tyres actually make a difference? We're going to test how the handling performance changes between premium and budget tyres on Myra's wet handling circuit. We've got two identical Ford Focuses. The white one fitted with premium Goodyear Efficient Grip performance tyres, and the black one fitted with budget Rockstone tyres, both in the same size. We're going to send Auto Express's consumer reports of Martin out behind the wheel. Let's see what a difference it makes. First up, Martin is trying out the Focus with premium tyres, and it seems to be handling the wet track pretty well. And he's set the bar at 1 minute 21.9 seconds round the track. So what about if you swap onto budget tyres? Well, you can see the result. He's all over the place, and that's added more than 6 seconds onto his lap time.
With the premium ones, they were predictable. They found grip almost all areas of the wet track. Steering wise, there was a lot more feedback. Whereas with the budget ones, they were unpredictable. Once you reached the limits of the grip, it just snapped out, and it was very, very difficult to correct for it. So I had to do a lot of corrective maneuvers to keep it off the grass.
What a lot of drivers don't realise is there's still a considerable difference between premium winter tyres and budget winter tyres. So what we're going to do is run two different sets of them on this track, which is like tiles but gives the effect of stopping on ice. Let's see how they can do.
This time we fitted one car with Goodyear UltraGrip Performance winter tyres, and the other with Lee Snow Grip Budget winter tyres. They'll get up to 50 miles per hour and then attempt an emergency stop. So, even though you've invested in winter tyres, they might not actually be as prepared for the weather as you thought. There was a difference in stopping distance of almost 44 metres. Well, that's enough to get anyone thinking. This is because of the complex compounds premium brands use to remove the water from the tyres faster. However, buying premium tyres and not looking after them is a different story.
One thing many motorists are guilty of is letting their tread run far too low, sometimes even illegal limits. If you take a look at the two examples I've got here, this one is clearly good and this one is very, very bad. There's basically nowhere for the water to go, which is not good in British winter.
We will use two identical cars with the same tyres, but while the white one will have a legal tread depth of 6mm, the black car will have a tread depth of 1.6mm, just on the legal limit. We've simulated a rainy day on a normal British road to test their stopping distance from 50 miles per hour. Off goes the Focus with the legal tyres to start with, and that managed a stopping distance of 39.6 metres. Then when we tried the illegal tyres, that's 50 metres stopping distance.
Honestly, how often do you actually check your tyre pressures? Many motorists will only do it once in a blue moon, and when they do, they'll probably just give it a quick look and maybe a kick. So what we're going to do is let the tyre pressures down on this car, send it out around the circuit and see how it gets on.
These are still premium Goodyear Efficient Grip Performance tyres, but how will they do around the wet handling circuit with their pressures dropped? Precision and handling have clearly become an issue during this lap, and as you can see, the car is all over the place. So with inflated tyres, the car did a 121.9. When we put cheaper tyres on, it did 127.5, but don't look after your premium tyres and they'll do even worse than budget tyres. Yes, that's a 1 minute 29.3 seconds lap. So what was it like to try and drive the same cars in the same situation but with very different tyres?
I wasn't really prepared to, I didn't know it would make such a massive difference.
So the budget Rockstone tyres might have seemed like a good deal at £60, and getting the Lee Snow Grip tyres for £51 also sounds like a bargain compared to the UltraGrip Goodyear snow tyres costing around £100. But when you see the results of our tests, you might question whether they're worth the money at all. The moral of the story though is looking after your tyres is the best way to get the most from your money this winter. To find out about what's better in snow, having a 4x4 or winter tyres, click on the window on the right. Thinking about buying a 4x4 for winter? Click on our top 10 best SUVs to buy on the left. To watch our latest video, click on the play button, and to subscribe to our channel, click on our logo.